All right, so here we are. Welcome to another Sunday Sit Down. And today's topic is...
being a stay-at-home mom? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, stay-at-home moms. Is it work or is it play? That's what we're going to talk about. So, how do we begin? Let me talk about my day as a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, well first I sleep. And then I do a little more sleeping. Yeah, right. That's not how it works.
No, so I would say, if we're talking about whether it's work or play, I would say it's both. It's more work, obviously.
Stay-at-home moms, we always have to put this disclaimer. This is our experience. This is our opinion on it all.
Every circumstance is different.
And this is my, I guess you could say, my male's perspective of it. Because I'm actually, right now, I'm actually home quite a bit. So, more than normal. I used to be out of the house all the time. It's hard, because there's times when I would swap with her, whether she was busy, had doctor's appointments, or whatever it could have been, where I've swapped and I've had to do the whole take to school, pick up. It's crazy. It's totally crazy.
So basically, my day consists of waking up, doing lunches, taking kids to school, some weeks helping out in their classrooms, but really coming home, cleaning, making sure the laundry's done, making sure the house is picked up, making sure any errands that need ran are done.
And one thing I've noticed when I've swapped with her is you can't just like, oh, I'm just gonna do the laundry today. You can't, because and I think it varies depending on how many kids you have, but you have drop off, okay? And we do carpool and so on, but you have drop off, then you might go help at the school, then you go, and then you have to pick up at 1, 2, and 3. That's the pickup times basically. 1, 2, and 3. And carpooling helps because there's weeks on, weeks off, or alternating mornings, afternoons, or sometimes you end up doing both. But that's how it is. 8 o'clock, or actually Braden is up at 5. Leaves here by 5:45. His school starts at 7. The other kid, Ashlyn's school, starts at 8. Right? 8 o'clock.
Take her at 7:30.
And then the other kids, they start at about 9. And then they get out at 1, 2, 3. So basically, you've got 4 hours, and that's if nothing interrupts in between.
Yeah.
Before you're back in the car. And like I didn't realize that until I had to do it, and I was like, man, you get comfortable doing something, and then boom, you got to go.
Yeah.
And
no, that's exactly what it is. It's like literally I'll start a project, or I'll start laundry, or I'll start cleaning the kitchen, and it's like, oh, well, time to go. Gotta go get the other kids now. It's like constant. It's constant. Like I really feel like I never get anything done.
Yeah.
I really don't. I thought like, oh man, once all my kids are in school, I'm gonna be like, am I gonna need to get another job? Am I gonna have to like, what am I gonna do when all my kids are in school? And literally the time flies like this.
Yeah.
Like it's so fast. It's so fast.
And it's definitely a blessing that she's able to be home.
Yes.
We understand there's a lot of people who don't have the opportunity, or they're not able to stay home, whether they're a single parent or they financially it's not possible. So we understand that, and so that's tough also.
I grew up with a working mom, and my mom worked all the time, so she was never, we had to ride the buses to school. When we would get home from school, she was still at work, so she worked constantly. And you know, looking at it now, I mean, obviously when you're a kid you wish your mom was home, and you know, you just have your siblings really after school and stuff. And looking back now, I realize like, wow, that had to have been really, really tough for her, because working and trying to raise, there was 4 of us in our home, trying to raise all 4 of us, it's not easy. It's not easy.
That's tough.
Yeah.
And also, on the flip side, to acknowledge the stay-at-home moms, it's tough also there as well. It's a different, I guess it's a different kind of tough. I was the bratty kid who, and my mom, if you're watching this, I love you, but I would always say, oh, you know, dad's working all day. He's tired, da da da. And I would almost come across like my mom wasn't working. And now I realize my mom was working. And my mom kind of ran a daycare out of our house, and she was like constantly in the car picking up not only us but other kids, and it was just nonstop. Then dinner, and then just everything that was involved. You know, she was in PTA, so like Tina goes to the school. So it was a lot of work that I just as a kid just had no clue. I just thought work was you have to go and clock in and clock out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you come home. Here there's no clocking in, clocking out. And
it's literally constant. And not only is it always constant, it's never fully done. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess that's the same as constant, but like you're never fully, like you never feel like with the job, you're like, oh, I completed this project, I'm good. Like here at home, I always constantly feel like I can do better. I can do better at this. Oh, I'm not doing good enough here. I'm not doing good enough here. Or, you know, like there's always those moments of like.
I always picture it as like at work, you have your stack of work to do on your desk and you clear it and you're done.
Yeah.
Right? Well, then just imagine, or you just even clean your desk. And then imagine someone comes and just messes your desk all up again. Like that's how I feel it is for her. And sometimes I'm the kid that messes the desk up again.
Yeah.
So.
You're pretty good though. You're not that bad.
Kinda. I'm lazy.
No.
I am.
You're not.
No, I'm one of those, this is a tangent, but I'm one of those people by nature that's lazy. If I have to do something, bam, I'll get it done. So I have to try to keep myself on the go. Otherwise, I'm lazy. I'm a good delegator.
You're not lazy.
I'm lazy.
He's not lazy.
By nature.
He's like always the first person to serve. He's got like 10 million different jobs he's in charge of, but then he still says he's lazy.
By nature, I'm lazy.
By nature, but he fights it. So
I have to.
So
otherwise.
really, you're not lazy.
Anyways, back to moms. They're not lazy.
No.
Stay-at-home moms. They work. And another one of our core beliefs, and I think it's important, is that it's cliche, but it's kind of like home is where the heart is. Like the home is so important to make sure that it's in order. And I think, you know, Tina does an amazing job of keeping the home in order. And it's so important for the kids to come home, to know mom's going to be there. They get hurt, mom's going to be there. That was something that was comforting for me as a kid growing up, is not that other parents, or if you're a working mother, that you're not going to be there, but it's just so easily accessible. Like I knew my mom, if she wasn't already at the school, she was at home, which was a couple miles away, and she was home. And so it's just that comfort.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything different really, because if there was ever a financial struggle, my mom would end up working at night to help out. But she was always home during the day, and I think that was something that she took pride in, was that she tried to do her best to be home.
Yeah. Well, I think it's important to note that there was a time in my life where I did do both, where I was raising kids on my own and working. And working. I was doing both. So
she can empathize with
those
single working
moms.
mothers, because she did it, you know, before we ended up getting together and then getting married. She did it all by herself with 2 kids.
Yeah, I had 2 kids before, and I think we answered this in our Q&A a while ago, didn't we?
I don't know. Go check it out. We'll have to watch it again too.
I don't know, because I don't know if everyone knows the full
Yeah,
story
well,
or
basically
not.
Tina when I met her, she was a single mom, and she had Braden and Ashlyn. So Braden and Ashlyn, in a nutshell, are not my biological children. However, just last year I adopted them. It finally went through. So we have another whole
story.
If you want to hear a Sunday sit down on the adoption story, let us know. It's something that we hold
very
real
dear.
close.
Yeah, very dear.
And I get emotional.
I know.
So,
I heard it in your voice. I'm like, oh, he's getting emotional.
No. Anyways, edit it out.
No.
But that's something that we could talk about later. But so she lived it. She lived it.
I know how hard it is. It's hard to be like, my hat goes off to all you moms who are working moms and trying to take care of kids, because it's not easy. It is so hard. It's hard just doing one, but to do both is extremely hard. Especially if you're a single mom. and don't have a partner there to help you, that's really, really tough. I saw my mom go through it for years, and I just look at her now, and you know, obviously we all make mistakes growing up and things, but my mom, like, I can't not respect and love everything she did for us, because it is such a hard thing to do. And so because I saw my mom go through those, and because I've experienced things myself, I am like so grateful that I am blessed enough to be home with my kids and to be here when they need me. And it's really all because of him, because how hard he works. He provides the opportunity for me to be home with them and to be able to take care of them, and you know,
it's a team. And
it's
so,
a team effort. It
yeah.
is, for sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you hear a lot and you're just like, oh, staying home, it's not working. And we just want to get, what are your thoughts on being a stay-at-home mom? Is it all baking cookies, baking cakes? Is it all that? Because from our experience, it's definitely not. We have 5 kids. Things are a little more hectic. You know, 1 kid, 2 kid. From our experience as well, is if you have 1 kid, everything adapts and adjusts to that. When you have 2 kids, everything adapts and adjusts to that. 3 kids, and so, I don't know, 3 to 4 to 5, do you feel like there was a major difference as far as how hectic? I don't.
As far as how hectic, no, because no matter how many kids you have, you're putting your all into all of those kids. Like, I even say that, like, some parents are like, how do you do it with 5? I don't get it. I only have 1 and I can barely keep up. And I try to tell, and I think I heard this somewhere before, I don't know where, but it's just as hard raising 1 as it is 5, because you're putting your all into that child, into that 1 child. So yeah, it's going to be just as hard as me raising 5, because I'm putting my all into these 5, but you're putting your all into this 1. And so I just think no matter what, no matter how many kids you have, if you're putting your all into it, it's going to be hard, no matter what. It's going to be hard, it's going to be rewarding, it's going to be, you know, all those different things you go through when you have kids, no matter what, no matter how many kids you have. That's just how it is.
Yeah. And so what we want to know from you guys, what is your routine? How do you do it? I was just telling Tina before, we were talking a little bit about it, is the schools nowadays have so many days off, like this week day off, that week day off. Like, I'm like, how do working mothers or working parents do that if they've got Wednesday no school, and then Monday no school, and then in 2 weeks, like, do you just send them to the after school program and you have to pay for that? Or I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do that.
You get a friend.
I have a lot of really good friends that are working moms. Shout out Amber, she's amazing. And just seeing them juggle all the different things they have to do, and then just hoping and praying that they're fulfilling their duty first and foremost as a mother, which is so hard to do when you have this job where you're trying to provide also. It's just, it's a hard thing to juggle, and which is why I count my blessings every day that I get to be home with my kids, because that's hard, but also working and doing that would be extremely difficult.
Yeah, we want to hear from everybody. We want to hear what your routine is, any advice that you can give us, any advice that you can give our other viewers. We just want to know how you do it. Single moms, married working moms, and then stay-at-home moms. What's the routine? I think it'd be kind of cool just to see. And to be honest, as a husband and a father, it's cool to kind of to see how everything is done, all the different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
You know, because to be honest,
totally.
I feel like us fathers or us husbands feel like we know how to do it best. And then when we get put into it, we're like, I want to go back to work.
Yeah.
And so that's at least how I felt.
Yeah.
And so it's tough. It really is tough. Like I said, once the desk is cleared, it gets messed up literally like 5 minutes later. And that's got to be the most frustrating and unfulfilling feeling.
You know what, and I would say like the hardest thing, like if we're going to talk about hardest and most rewarding things about being a stay-at-home mom, the hardest thing by far I would say is it's just never done. Like I never have that feeling of accomplishment. Like I mean I do feel like I accomplished things, but it's like always an open, you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's always like an open door. Like like I could always do better. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I did this awesome, but you know what? I could do that way better. Like, and dealing with the kids and just like their different stages that they're going through, I'm like, oh man, am I totally screwing this up? Because I feel like that a lot.
And their schedules and all that.
And their schedules and just getting everything down, because it changes. As they change, like the way I parent changes. Does that make sense? Like each...
And the seasons, as the seasons change, sports and stuff and scheduling.
Yeah, we're constantly adjusting.
Like I try, like with like chore charts and duties, like I can't just put like Monday through Friday, boom.
Mm-mm.
You've got to do like Monday this, and you kind of have to give them an idea, or as they get older, you try to tell them, hey, this is how much free time you have. This is what you got going on today. You better get this done within this time, because it's different from yesterday. And so we've kind of incorporated teamwork in the house, that we've got to do it as a team, and that's something we'll go on another Sunday sit down.
Yeah,
We've been asked. Someone asked us if we could do our routine, our household cleaning routine, or how we get the children involved. And so that's something we'll do coming up.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely so many rewarding things. I think one of the best things is really just as your children grow, seeing the people that they're turned into, and just how, for me, I'm so proud of who my kids are, and you know, just the great people that they're turning into. It kind of gives you a sense of like, okay, I'm doing something right. We're doing something right. They're turning into good people with good hearts, and that's really what I care about. As long as they, you know, love other people and are kind to others, I feel like we've succeeded in teaching them that. I'm grateful that I get to be home to see that and to be a part of that regularly.
So let us know your thoughts. This is just our kind of 2 cents, and anything we said, there's no intention to offend anybody.
No.
This is just kind of how
everyone's life circumstances are different, and like I said, I've been through many different stages of life. I get it. I get the working mom thing. That is hard. Stay at home mom, hard. Like and we all have our different circumstances, and come together and give each other ideas and strengthen one another. I think that is the beautiful thing about all of us having different circumstances and different, you know, stages of life and stuff, that we can help each other learn and grow, and you know, we're all in it together. And I feel like that's, you know, God gives us other people to help us strengthen one another, and I think that is such a great thing.
Bottom line is that we just make the best out of whatever circumstance we are in. And so whether you're single mother, married, working mother, or just a stay-at-home mom, I think it's important that we just make the best of whatever situation we're in, and I think we're all trying hard, and I think bottom line is that when it comes to stay-at-home moms, a lot of people think it's this easy thing, and by saying that it's hard work, it's not saying that any other situation is not as hard or not hard work at all.
Because I've heard the opposite of stay-at-home moms saying, oh man, I wish I could go to a job because that would be so much easier. Yeah. I just think it's hard for everybody. We're all just trying to make it in this life. We're all just trying to do the best that we can with these little children that we're trying to raise, and the more we root each other on, the better.
Yeah, that's important, I think, is just root each other on, because every house is so different. Just good luck on your system. Let us know how it is. Yeah. I think it's awesome with these, like Tina said, to engage with everybody, because we've incorporated things that we have watched on other channels, and we know that others have told us that they've incorporated things from our channel, and so it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So guys, honestly, leave what you do below. Like, tell us what your schedule is, what you love about being a stay-at-home mom, what you love about being a working mom, or you know, just let us know. Like, what are your struggles? We want to hear.
This is your time to vent. There's don't worry about how long. There's no character limit.
No.
Just vent.
Because we learn from you guys too, and not only do we learn from you guys, but other people reading the comments also are seeing what you guys are putting, and I just think that we can all come together as a community, and that's what's so great about YouTube is we can learn from we can learn from one another, and that's a good thing.
Yep. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and like this, and we'll see you next time.
Give us some topics for our next Sunday sit down.
All right.
All right. Check to you later.